What is this? Was he just kissing? Was he making out of the car?
Yeah, he's in a relationship with his car. Pretty normal, right?
I mean, by 2023 standards, it's not the worst thing I've seen.
Struggling to find a relationship, at least your car's probably not going to break your heart.
Can you imagine coming across a car on Hinge?
No.
Imagine it.
Oh, yeah, this one's well sexy.
You send them a rose. You just say handsome man. Someone get this guy some help. Normally, you know, like when guys have cars or bikes or whatever, whatever it is, they refer to them as like a girl.
Yeah, like, oh, she's like, yeah,
she's a beast.
Yeah,
that's what I referred to my car, like she's a beast or whatever. But I'm not in a relationship with my car. It's just you just say it because it sounds cool.
And you're also a man, so if you was in a relationship with your car,
that would even if I wasn't a man, that would be weird. This guy is in a relationship with a car and referring to the car as male, so he's gay with a car. I take it back. This might be the dumbest thing I've seen all year. How can the car not be committed? It has no choice. He named the car Chase.
He is forcing the car to be in a relationship with him against the car's will.
Yeah, well, car's rights, mate. Can't do that. It's gonna be a whole Me Too movement. I'm flabbergasted.
No, I could understand having a real big love for your car. You know, some people are proper car junkies. They love it, right?
Yeah, your brother loves cars.
Yeah, exactly. And I can understand you being in love with your car and like, I don't know, giving your car a little kiss because you love it, like whatever. But saying you're in a relationship is a bit weird because he seems like he just loves it. It's his baby. He wants to look after it, make sure nothing happens to it. I get that. But the relationship part, I mean, it gets, this gets more weird.
If I saw a grown man kissing his car steering wheel, we're going to have problems. If your brother loves cars, right?
Yeah.
If he started sticking his quiche there inside the fucking exhaust pipe.
Yeah.
For you, because I care about you and your family, I have to take your brother outside and pop a cap in him.
Pop a cap?
Pop a cap in him.
No, you just talk to somebody like a human being.
I'll say to him, listen, Sab, Jem, Mum, this is for you.
You would never.
No, I wouldn't do that to say. Objectophilia is when a person develops a strong emotional and sexual relationship with an inanimate object. Okay, well, that I've heard of this before. There's guys that buy the anime wife pillows, the wifey pillows, and they can actually get married to them. That shit's crazy to me.
How you get married to something without a heartbeat?
You put it like that, it sounds so... I mean, it's already disgusting, but it's not... How can you get married to something without a heartbeat? How can you get married to a non-human? You have to marry a human being.
Who are the idiots that allow people to do this shit as well? Like, it's literally reinforcing... I don't know what the word is here that I want to use. It's just literally letting people think that this is normal and it's okay when it's not. They need help.
Exactly. These are mentally ill people, and marriage was meant to be like a traditional, sacred thing that people did, right? To show their love for each other and their commitment. You can't let people marry objects. Yeah. And if you see somebody kissing an object and it's not like I don't know, yeah, like you said, you know, someone might have like a baseball bat that they really love and they give it a little kiss, whatever. But if you started seeing them taking the baseball bat to Pound Town, you're going to say you've got a mental illness, right? You're not going to leave them there to do it and say, it's okay, it's fine.
I'm in love with this mic.
You just lips the mic. Do you know how many times we spat into this mic?
It's only I only use this mic though, so it's only me.
I've definitely used that mic before. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I kissed you now. Some cases include attractions to a roller coaster, an elevator, and the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower?
Isn't that an actual sex position?
Eiffel Tower?
I think it's when the girl's in the middle and there's a guy on this side and there's a guy on that side and they high five. It's the Eiffel Tower.
Wait, I need to visualize this now. Okay.
This is the girl, right?
Yeah.
This is guy A. Go from the back. This is guy B. Go from the front. Then they high five, right?
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower.
Oh, okay. While she's okay.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
Ain't that called a spit roast?
It's also a spit roast. Spit roast is a bit more vulgar, but.
Oh.
I like how they're playing horror music in the background.
Do you know what this is? This is a drop me out moment.
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what I used to say? If they're not hurting anyone, leave them alone. I take that back. I take that back 1000%. I'm sorry. If you have a family member out there that is in love with their car, bike, or whatever else inanimate object, and you're just leaving them and watching them do that, you are a piece of shit. This man is clearly mentally ill. He's deranged. He's in a gay relationship with a fucking car. This is by far and large, I think this is the weirdest thing I have seen. And we've been doing this for a year now, right? This might be the weirdest that I've seen.
Did you see somebody in our comments put, this is what happens when you don't kink shame people?
Yes.
No, I was busting up. That was the best comment ever. It was so funny. And I was just thinking to myself, because I was going to say to you, don't kink shame him. But do you know what? This is what happens when you don't kink shame people. It's
you remember when you were getting onto me for kink shaming?
Did I?
You're on my side now. Yeah.
But are you sure I wasn't bantering though?
You might have been bantering, but I kink shame all the time.
Yeah, because there's certain kinks that you're just like, that is a bit fucked up. And I could never.
Yeah. I've heard of some weird ones. This might take the cake.
Oh, the tongue was coming out. You know what it is that because it's a car, he's always going to be doing his sexual acts in public. And if the car's outside the house, his parents can just look out and see him like getting freaky with his car. There's no privacy.
Buy a garage, you retard. What are you doing outside? I mean, look, obviously he's mentally challenged, so he's not comprehending what is going on around him. My man is outside, 10 toes down, sticking his tongue onto a car where birds have likely shat on it. How often do you clean chase?
He probably cleans chase like every 20 minutes, I can't lie.
With what? Washing up liquid or his fucking cum? What is this?
Tongue.
Well, duh. Well, duh. And TLC and their infinite wisdom were like, we're going to put this jackass on TV. Now millions of people, this is probably old, right? Millions of people have probably seen this guy whacking off to his car.
He's probably proud to show his relationship off. You know, when you just want a man that's going to show you off to the world and be proud to show everyone that you're his girl. Yeah, that's him with this car.
Show off his man.
You know, when you're like, oh yeah, 7 billion people in the world. Yeah, Michael, it gets narrowed down quick because now men are in relationships with cars. I got no chance.
Guys, what are we doing?
We got one sticking whipped cream down his nappy. We got one making love to a car.
I saw someone the other day. They got married to. It was this pillow. I've never seen the character before, but she was in like some nurse outfit, like an anime character. But what made it even more weird is that there is a subsection of anime called lollies, right? This makes me sick. They draw the characters to have childlike faces, but women's bodies.
What the fuck?
And that's what the pillow was. It had like this, like, you know, the typical anime, big tits, like tiny waist, supermodel body, and you get to the head and it's a kid.
That is so fucked up.
I was like, yo, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? What is going on? I don't really hear. I mean, I'm sure there are women that do dumb shit like this. I just,
you know,
I don't know.
Before I started YouTube, I never knew of all the crazy stuff that's happening in the world, and I officially just live by the saying of ignorance is bliss, because you know what? I'd just rather not know all this stuff. You know?
No, I need to know, because if someone in my life is making love to their car, I need to know so I can cut them out. I can't let that just be. If one of my boys told me that they were making out with their car and this is what makes them happy, fine, do whatever you want. I'm calling the protective services or whoever it is. I'm blocking you. I'm going to let them deal with you. You cannot let people... This is a mentally deranged individual, and I would wager that it doesn't end there.
His friend knows it though, and she's saying, I'm worried about him, but...
She's got no brain cells either. I'm worried about him. We're past the point of worrying. He's sticking his tongue on a car.
Imagine the car broke down, like gave up.
Yeah, he turns it on.
Oh my God, he's for real gonna have a funeral for his car, innit?
God forbid someone crashes into him.
Oh, he'll probably murder that person.
Yeah.
You killed my husband.
The guy's gonna be like, what? He's gonna be there looking at, where's your husband? And there's Chase's fucking spoilers on the floor, and my man's there like fucking
crying his eyes out.
My God, man, what year is this? What year did this come out? I've seen some weird shit this year, but this is crazy. Little bit of disgust, mate. Manage expectations.
You know what it is? He probably goes to work all day and he's literally just sitting there thinking about Chase all day long.
I want to ask Nathaniel a question. If Chase is so important to you, why you leave him outside the house? Drive your car into the living room.
You know,
leave him in the warmth. You wouldn't leave your loved one outside, right? You wouldn't leave them out there.
If he doesn't piss me off, I'm taking.
How can you have sex with someone, right? We're going to refer to Chase as a someone, and then leave them outside.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You just dump your load inside them and then see it, bye. Go inside. Park your car. As a matter of fact, you know, you're supposed to look out for your partner, right? You're supposed to be there for them. Now, Chase's abilities are obviously very limited. So you should be doing everything you can to buy a bigger home so Chase can be inside the home with you as well. Why should Chase sit outside and you indoors? Right? Are you not equals? This is why I tell people this whole inclusion or acceptance is BS. You cannot be accepting of everything. There are certain things where you have to just say no.
As humans, yeah, you need to help people, because letting them just do this and letting them think it's normal is only making the problem worse.
Yeah, this man will scream bloody murder before admitting that he has mental health issues. He is probably completely unaware, and you're sitting there having a conversation with him about, oh, remember the first time, blah, 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 I tried to be accepting. You're a bad friend. If I saw one of my friends doing this, I would help them get help, because they don't even know. You cannot be sane of mind making out with a fucking car. You're just not. And I wouldn't even have a conversation with Nathaniel about it, because he's clearly insane. I would be talking to his parents or other close friends or people that know him to get him help. You people that are just accepting of anything, you people are the bane of existence. You're the worst. You can't just accept everything that happens. I hope his dad gives him a good old country ass whooping.
Yeah, his dad, it seems scary.
Actually, not. Obviously, don't beat him up because he needs help. But if my son told me that he's in love with his Nissan, I don't even know how I'd react. I think I'd be too stunned to have a reaction in the moment. I'd have to stop and really think about what I just heard. Can you imagine that?
I don't want to imagine that.
What would you do? What would you do?
I don't want to imagine that.
Everyone, we all want to hear it. So what would you do? I think people kind of have an idea.
So I'm sitting down and my son just said, I'm in a relationship with a car.
Yeah.
I'll say, that's ridiculous. Are you being serious or are you having me on? He's going to say, I'm being serious. I'm going to say, okay, this is not normal. We're getting you help.
You say, I'm going to get your dad.
Yeah. That's brilliant. I'm going to be one of them mums. Gosh, dad.
Yeah.
Gosh, dad.
You know what I would say? If it was my kid and they came up to me and said to me that I'm in a relationship with my car, I'd say to my wife, get the other kids, get your bags, leave the house. Nathaniel, you stay right here. I don't want you to see what's about to happen.
You don't want your kid to fucking unlive himself.
No, obviously what I would say to him, I would question him. I wouldn't say to him,
this is clearly not okay.
No, I wouldn't do that, obviously. I'm joking. But if he said that to me, I would ask him questions about it. How did this happen? How did you two meet? Like, I'm going to indulge it for a little bit to see what he has to say. Because obviously the car has no fucking say what happens here. It's a car. And if it gets to the point of the conversation where, like, there's a complete disconnect here. Like, I'm asking him questions so that he can see how stupid this is. And he is answering me as if the car has a say in what's going on. Then I'm going to say, okay, no problem, son. You know, good night, whatever. Now I'm going to talk to my wife and be like, look, our son, he's gone. Right?
Yeah,
we need to get him help.
You can't talk to them and have a normal conversation because then they're clearly mentally ill, so they're not going to understand either. It's like trying to tell an alcoholic that they're an alcoholic. They're not going to admit it.
Yeah. You ask them questions to see how far they've gone. At least in my opinion, I'm not a therapist or a psychologist, but I would ask questions to see how far they're gone. If they're so far gone that their questions to them is not rooted in delusion, I'm not going to start on them, because to me, at that point, you're dealing with someone that's mentally ill. And I would just say, look, son, go to bed. It's all good. I would call my wife into the kitchen. I'd be like, look, this is what we're going to do. You know, he's going to kick and scream, but we're sane of mind. That's a fucking car. We're not those parents that are just like, oh, just accept, blah, blah, blah. I'm not one of those wishy-washy wankers. I'll look for the help. I'll try to sort him out. And for however long it takes, he's my son, right? I can't give up on him. And I don't know. I can see myself losing my temper and smashing the car as well. But I would need to not do that because he would lose his... Let's be like I'm killing his husband, right? I know that divorces can be traumatic for children, but I don't see the correlation between this and that.
I think it's more so wanting and needing attention or affection.
I get that, but cars can't give you that.
They can't, but he's obviously feeling like the car's never going to abandon him or whatever because it's a car. It's not going to break his heart because it can't talk to him. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. This is just my thought process behind it. I think certain things should be illegal.
Oh, 100%.
Like if you was having sex in your car, the police will come, right? So if he's sitting there as a man grown man masturbating in his car. How is he not getting in trouble for that? Do you know what I mean? And then the police comes and says, "What are you doing, sir?" I'm having sex with my car.
Get out of the vehicle, sir. And then I'll call for backup. Say, we got a problem here, guys. Do you think when he takes it for its MOT and its servicing, and all these guys are reaching into its engine and grabbing the steering wheel, do you think he's sitting there side-eying it?
He probably does the MOT himself.
It's illegal.
Is it?
Yeah, you can't do the MOT yourself. You got to go to a registered centre.
Really?
Or garage. Why, you do it yourself?
No. He reacted a lot better than you hoped because he had a camera in front of his face.
Yeah. That camera wasn't there, he'd be like... This therapist has clearly seen some fucked up shit because he didn't even blink. He was just like, okay. Yeah,
but you've got to be trained to not react in any sort of situation. You've got to keep it very non-biased. Like just you can't. You're there to help people mentally. So if you react like, then it's going to be like you're making them worse.
No, I guess that's why I never took up that profession, because if somebody said that to me, I would be like. Say again, please. Say that again.
Do you know what? I ain't got time for your bullshit today. Yeah, get out.
Well, I'll say it's gonna be double for this. Get me some scotch. Listen, dude, whether you're in love with cars or not, dealing with women is hard, okay? It's okay. We all do it. Don't look at me like that. We all do it. We all have to go through it, okay? You can't turn to cars. You can't do that. A healthy thing might be, you don't want to deal with women right now. Go to the gym, play some games.
How about stick with women, because women are great.
Women are also great, but they are difficult.
Women will give you a good time.
Anything worth having is normally quite hard.
Women will look after you.
Yeah, well, some of them. But you can't turn to cars as your escape from women.
So yeah, he's definitely seen many cases of this before.
Yeah, can you imagine? He's had Range Rovers, Ferraris, Porsches, motorbikes.
There's actually another sort of TLC episode, and this woman's in a marriage. She's married to her chandelier.
Oh, I've got to see that shit. He doesn't have a fucking say in it. You can do whatever you want to Chase. You're essentially a grapist.
Yeah,
you even oil him up before you go in.
He's definitely not okay. There was a clip, I don't know where it was, and it's like He's like, oh, can you just give us a bit of privacy, please?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You got him parked outside, mate. Everyone can see him. I hate to break it to you, Nathaniel, whatever your name is, but Chase is going to rust one day.
Imagine he's on a date with a girl and she's like, oh, so tell me about your past. Like, how long have you been single? And he's like, oh, yeah, I just come out of a 5-year relationship with my car.
My fucking Honda Civic.
Is that what it was? Or are you just using...
No, I'm just using a random... Okay. I don't know what that was. It looked like... It could have been... It looked like a Japanese car. It could have been a Nissan. But if you buy a car... If you buy a new car, right? If you're into objects and you buy a 2023 model Audi, let's say, that means that the car's like a couple of months old. Which means that if you're in a relationship with the car, does that make you a pedo?
Look, I just find it weird that he was saying I didn't get intimate with Chase until a year down the line because, you know, I wasn't very confident and wanted to find the right moment to get sexual. Like, the guy is not okay. How is oh.
Let me ask you this. When you would go to the petrol station and you would take the nozzle out and you'd stick it in Chase, did you ask him? Did you ask Chase before you stuck that thing in him and pumped him full of fucking petrol or diesel?
Yeah, and the nozzle's squirting loads of juices inside him.
Unbelievable. You're a slave master. Chase needs to be safe from you. Look, I'm just going to apply the rules that he's talking about Chase like they're a human being, right? Mm-hmm. So as far as I'm concerned, you drive Chase around against his will. You pump him full of liquids that he doesn't want to be pumped full of. You play music that he might not like. And you park him outside in the cold.
Freezing cold.
You know, and America's got some crazy animals that walk around at night. And Chase is there at their mercy. You know, and then you'd send him off to a garage to get serviced without his consent, and there's some old Turkish guy and some Albanian guy there sticking their hands into his...
That was completely unnecessary.
What? What?
To say an old Turkish guy or Albanian guy. There's all different kinds of men that work in garages, thanks. There's no need for that.
I chose those two.
Why not a Greek guy?
Why
not an English guy?
It could have been anyone. I chose those two. Are you getting defensive?
Because it was completely unnecessary.
Would it have been necessary if I said Greek?
It would have been completely unnecessary, whatever you said.
So says you. You got some Turkish guy and some Albanian guy and some Greek guy.
You just had to be petty and repeat it.
Sticking their hands into Chase's exhaust pipe and his suspension and his engine. Shame on you, Nathan. Shame on you. If he gets another car, is that cheating then?
Yeah.
If he gets in another car, if one of his friends comes to pick him up to go out, is that cheating?
Yeah.
Because Chase can't be the only car that he is sexually attracted to, right? He would be attracted to cars, right? Mm-hmm. Chase is the one that he's chosen, right? Just
that one's a red one, yeah.
That's a red one. So
that's his type.
What if there's an updated version of Chase's model, you know, a bit more sleek, a bit more in the back?
So you've got the fit guy, and then you've got the average guy, and then you've got the fit sexy guy.
Yeah. It's got the new grille. You know, he's got a better bumper, new spoiler, fat tires, new radio system, bigger exhaust pipe for you,
aircon, heated seats.
Anyway,
electric windows.
We've made enough fun of this guy. Yeah, Chase probably got them old ones that you have to go like that. Do you remember those, man? That was so fucking irritating. Your friend knocks on the window, you're like, 1 second, mate, and you're stuck there.
You need a quick escape. You're not getting nowhere.
Yeah, like, you know, that happened to me once when I was in a park and we saw these wasps coming. And I was like, shit, I'm there going like this. And I'm like, fuck this fucking car, man.
That is hilarious.
That spider is beating the fuck out of these flies. We're literally watching a spider wrestle. That fly is like slightly bigger.
Because I like watching, you know, all like Animal Planet and stuff.
He wrapped him up.
And zooming in and seeing what they're actually doing.
He wrapped him up. Let me give you guys a play-by-play. That fly flew into my man's web. Spider was like, not today, bitch. And he started wrapping him up. And he's in a cocoon now. And he's doing it to another one. He's got another one. He's on a roll. I'm not even gonna do anything to him. He's clearly...
He might wrap you up.
Yeah, he might put me in a spliff.